So I was curious and I went and asked Chat GPT, why do people commonly tell autistic people, you don't look autistic? What's the misconception? So what Chat GPT said that there's just a lack of awareness in general. They just might not realize it's a neurological difference that you're born with. They don't understand there are specific traits that you have. 2 is stereotypes. The way that media represents autism can be different from the actual reality. They want to embellish those characters or maybe make the character more interesting in some way, they think, and give inaccurate views of what autism is. If your Aunt June watches The Good Doctor and that's all she's ever known about autism, if you don't look anything like The Good Doctor behavior-wise, she may not think you're autistic. The Good Doctor really hates eye contact, and that's not true for all autistic people, that we actually really hate eye contact. Or they assume we should be a genius like Rain Man because they watched that movie so long ago. And that's stuck with them as what autism looks like. Or maybe like me, you remember seeing Temple Grandin, and you know how she dresses kind of differently. That was my first impression of an autistic woman way back then. And I thought, well, I guess autistic women dress differently or unusual or behave or look different. That's not necessarily true. You can't always tell by looking at someone if they're autistic. Autism is often referred to as an invisible condition, was number 3, because you may not necessarily have outward physical traits, although a lot of people do. With your lack of intonation in your face, your lack of gesturing, your monotone voice might be some ways they could get a clue. It's pretty invisible. If you think about an iceberg, I heard this as an analogy a long time ago. In the iceberg, you have the part that shows, but underneath the water, there's so much more to the iceberg than you can see. So autism is like that. You might see a few differences or things on the surface, but there's a lot of internalization going on inside of us that you cannot see, that we experience different thoughts on a regular basis, all day, every day. You can't see what's going on in those brains of ours. They're just ticking away, thinking and scripting and figuring out how to react. Trying to figure out how to react in situations, and we self-sabotage ourselves with masking. I think masking fits here because if we didn't all mask so much, maybe people would see more into our true self of autism. Masking, so you can't tell I'm autistic. Using facial expressions when it isn't natural for me, and copying your gestures and mimicking your behaviors, and using scripts I've come up with. These are all ways you can be fooled by my masking, which I mostly do unintentionally. Just it's natural for me because I've been doing it for so long. I have done it for so long that I don't know how not to. I'm trying, and there are people I can definitely not mask around very comfortably. But I'm trying to widen that to be more of myself. It's hard when it's what you're used to and what you know. It's been your coping mechanism for years. And there are whys you do it and how you do it and consequences to it. The outcome? I'm exhausted at the end of the day from masking. And you didn't get to see the real me at all. And my self-esteem may suffer, and I may not have come across as normal after all. So if we can just maybe all think about masking a little bit less, we're just doing ourselves a huge injustice by masking all the time. There are consequences. The reason people don't realize we're autistic is because they don't know the extent of what autism is. Maybe as an adult, you mask so well It's why people don't see that you're autistic. And women, they say, can mask or do mask more than men do on the spectrum. I wouldn't know on that, so comment down below if you're a guy and talk about your masking experiences. But I think in general, women mask more. We have more of an innate desire to fit in. So what can we do about this? Can we be part of the solution of helping people to understand autism? I've been diagnosed since 2021, and I am just getting to where I'm more comfortable talking about it and accepting it. So how long it takes you is your journey, but what you decide to do with that journey is up to you. Will you make a positive impact for it? Will you talk to others about it? I'm not to the point where I will just go up and talk to people about it, but if they ask me about it, I'm at the point where I can explain and talk about it. The more of us that will be willing to drop the mask as much as we can, the better it will be for us. You don't always have to have a smile on your face, and I don't always have to have a smile on my face. I think another reason we probably don't want to drop the mask is because when we do drop the mask, people that are in our lives say, "What's wrong with you?" I hear that on a daily basis when I get home because I'm just not able to mask anymore after a full day of masking. So won't you comment down below as to why you think people constantly hear that are autistic, "You don't look autistic"? What did I leave out? What did Chat GPT leave out? Add your comments down below, whatever you want to talk about it. And join this community. If you like videos about adults with autism, I put out weekly videos. Would love to have you here on this growing community. So go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos. And we'll see you in the next video. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.